Hey everyone, it's Mark here with Beast Music Shop, and we are at the Hoshino Ibanez booth here at NAMM 2023 with Ryan Volker. How you doing today, Ryan?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you guys so much for coming and stopping by the booth, and it's real exciting to see you guys and show you some of the new models and some of the new things we have this year to offer.
Thank you so much for meeting with us. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to the master, Mr. Volker.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, thanks again for coming to the NAMM 2023 show. I just want to start off with talking about one of our newest kind of sub-series of guitars, the Axe Design Labs. If you're familiar with our bass workshop brand, that particular line is based off innovation, trying to forge into a new way by kind of taking some chances, trying some new things, maybe things you don't see regularly on a regular bass guitar. Well, we're taking that now into the Ibanez side of things, the Ibanez electric guitars, and with the Axe Design Lab. There's a few behind me that I want to kind of feature and focus on. A couple neat things to show you. We're not going to have enough time to do, I think, every single one of them, but let's get talking about a couple of them. So the first one I want to talk about actually is this brand new SML721. This is a kind of a unique model because it is considered a light multi-scale. So while you have a normal multi-scale guitar, normally is 27 or 28 inches, this one's 25.5 on the bass side and 25 on the treble side. So what that allows you to do is maintain those open C, D, you know, those kind of chords that you play up on the lower register of the guitar. You don't really have to adjust too much to the multi-scale facet of it. But as you play more and more and more and you get further down into like the higher registers, the frets, then you take full advantage of that multi-scale performance there. Also to feature this really cool color. I don't know if you can see in the video here, but it kind of, I'll take it off a little bit. It kind of swirls a little bit, so it's considered the rose gold chameleon. Really kind of a cool finish, really pops in the light. Different lightings will give you kind of different effects off of it. Also featuring is our Dynamics 10 switch. This allows you to do a whole bunch of different pickup combinations while maintaining, you know, your full shred that you're used to with Ibanez. So cool, light multi-scale model. As far as I know, that's the only one on the market right now. Let's move over here. This RGA 622. Again, innovating. You might count 27 frets. What I like about this guitar as well is they're accessible 27 frets. When we think of 27 fret guitars, a lot of times the block is in the way. This one, we have that deep bevel cut. So let me do this really quickly. Mind holding this for a second? Yeah. Thank you. So you can see your hand will get all the way down there with actually no problem where you're not blocking into anything. It's very comfortable. So really cool finish on that one. The guitar also features the Tone Zone and Air Norton pickups, as well as a low pro edge tremolo. We have a coil tap switch here. We'll have a three-way pickup selector there. And we have the yin and yang kind of version. We have the black finish and we have the white finish. Both finishes are fantastic, really nice, full shred ahead. This is a shred machine, these guitars. So what I want to talk about now is actually, if you want to go for a little walk, we're going to move over around the corner, if that's cool with you guys. All right, we'll go over here. We're gonna go to talk about the talk of the town this show. The PIA77BON. Brilliance of Now finish. These are hand dipped and hand swirled. Very limited amount are going to be made. I don't have the official total or the number wise, but fantastic new PIA finish. We demoed it last year as a prototype. Well, now it's ready to go. Each one is gonna be hand swirled, featuring the Tree of Life inlay, scalloped frets from 20 to 24 as standard with Steve Vai models. Beautiful guitar. What I can't show you right now with this is it's UV light reactive. So when we shine a UV light on it, the actual guitar like pops. We have a couple videos that are gonna be posted online where we're actually like put it under that table that's over there. And we shine the light on it. You can see how really cool it is. So this is the talk of the town this year. Really a neat PIA. The PIAs have been fantastic, kind of just a new addition to the Steve Vai universe, and would certainly recommend checking this one out. I don't know if I said it earlier too, but every finish is going to be slightly different because they are all hand dipped. All right. All right, we're going to talk, move down a little bit further, and I want to talk about a couple other ones here. We have the new Joe Satriani finishes. the paisley finish. He actually designed Joe Satriani hand drew those particular designs, so they're pretty cool. He does all his own artwork, if you weren't familiar with that. So anytime you see a lot of his guitars with either paintings on it or drawings, they're all his ideas. We have a new Chrome Boy as well. All right, cool, moving on. I want to point out this new model here, the Ichika model. So if you're familiar with Ichika's playing, he's a fantastic YouTube guitar player, and he transcends multiple different genres and abilities. This guitar is a little bit different. His other signature model is a headless model. This one features a roasted maple neck, has his own Ichi S pickups, as well as the Talman body shape. Currently, we only have, in the electric guitar line, the Talman in his guitar and the Yvette Young signature model. This guitar was something that he wanted very much so to do. It is at an affordable price point. He also, one of the things I love about this is the guitar he plays. He doesn't have a souped up version that he plays. The videos you see on his YouTube are going to be this guitar. If he were at the show, he could take this off the shelf and start playing on it and rocking. So it's kind of a cool feature to think that you're getting the guitar that the artist himself actually plays. All right. I'm gonna go right behind you, bud. You're good, no worries. It's up to them. They're the camera people.
Hello everyone, NAMM 2023, it's awesome. I just checked out Kiko Loureiro's guitar, it's awesome.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's awesome.
Good seeing you.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So the new models this year for the Tim Henson and Scott LePage signature models, the artists of Polyphia. These guys they're setting the world on fire with their playing abilities and just the uniqueness of their style. I've been a Polyphia fan for a long time. I love to see the progression from the early shred days coming up all the way to what they're doing now. Each finish is a little different. The Tim Henson model has probably the most ridiculous switching system I've ever seen. There's so many different pickup combinations. I would highly recommend going to our website to even just look at them. They're using his new Fishman Fluence pickups, and basically with the push-pull knob and the 5-way selector switch, it's incredible amount of tonal versatility, all designed by Tim himself. All right, next I want to show off our brand new line of kind of a weird hybrid instrument. We call it a crossover instrument. So it is the SRC6 MS. It is a multi-scale bass / guitar. It is in the bass series, the SR, mostly because of the body style and the pickups on there. It is a little bit kind of, like I said, of a crossover. You can play it like an electric guitar, but you can also play it like a bass. Featuring on this is this 30-inch scale on the bass side, 28.5 on the treble side. It is a multi-scale, so you can see that there. What's cool is it's tuned E to E, so as a normal guitar would be, but it's a whole octave lower, so it's kind of dips into those bass registers. Also featuring is the Bartolini BH2 pickups, Ibanez custom electronics. There's going to be some cool videos being shot where I'm demoing on one of them, and then there's actually a bass guy doing a different demo. I didn't see any of his videos, he didn't see any of mine, and I instinctively picked it up and started playing it like a guitar, like shredding, doing some chords, a little gent on the thing. Watching the bass guy's video, he's doing some walking bass lines on it and playing it like a bassist would. So it's kind of a really cool line and model. One of my favorite instruments that I got to practice with and play with this whole show. Also featured, we have the Jatoba walnut neck, 5-piece on the back. Beautiful kind of subtle finish, but I really like it. There we go. So it's kind of a really cool instrument if you're really into that low tune guitar register, but also if you want to do some bass lines on it too. So it's very multifaceted, probably one of my most favorite instruments of this whole show. Let's show this one off. This is also the talk of the town. I just saw this one the first time yesterday. I had no idea it was even going to be here. So this is our new JC SR 2023. Super limited model. Again, I don't have the piece total, but I know it's going to be very, very low. Is it 6? All right, it's going to be 6. Thank you. See, someone super low. We use this picture here for reference. That was kind of the design, was the Yosemite National Park. Kind of, you can see it translates really well. Has this really nice single wood cover pickups, but the pickups themselves have been stained to match the body of the guitar. It is considered a J custom series, so you're talking top of the line build, even above prestige build. But then again, you know, that's why this instrument is a piece of artwork as well as it is a playable instrument. I can't even take it off to show you the back of it, but it's a Honduran mahogany body, maple burl top, 5-piece maple purple heart neck. So beautiful. I think this bass speaks for itself. All right, I want to show off one of our brand new artist models. So this is Marcin's guitar. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's actually playing at the booth later today at 4 p.m. He played yesterday at 1, and he played a little meeting that we had earlier. I've followed him on YouTube for a long time now. Seeing him in person, my mind is blown. I've never seen anything like it. He does all sorts of tapping techniques and percussive techniques while shredding on the guitar. It's the most insane thing you'll ever see. So I highly recommend checking him out if you haven't. This is his guitar. Now, a couple cool features to highlight on this that I want to bring up is first this little scratch pad here. Part of Marcin's technique he uses actually, and he'll scratch on it and then use kind of for effects and different sounds. Really kind of a unique thing. I don't think I've ever seen that on another guitar for anybody. Also featured on this guitar is, besides the bracing on the inside, there is wood reinforcement on there. So he does a lot of striking, a lot of percussive sound. He was saying in an interview earlier that his earlier guitars that he had when he was a kid, he kept on breaking the bracing off because he hit it so hard. So his dad had installed these custom plates inside to reinforce it. Well, we installed them for you this time, so they're in there. Definitely, it changes the timbre of the guitar a little bit, but it still sounds really, really well, and it kind of adds a little uniqueness to it. Featured in this one too, if you can kind of zoom in there, is the rare earth mic blend pickup from Fishman. So it is an actual internal microphone. Helps pick up all those tappings and all those kind of the striking sounds and percussive techniques that he has. Featured on the top too is a solid Sitka spruce top, Pal Ferro back and sides. Here it is, the TOD 10N. This guitar is making waves, and I don't think I've ever seen a guitar go so fast. It is a crazy idea that Tim had to bring back this kind of a guitar that we tried in the early 2000s with an S series, and but it's been so popular. It's been a huge smash hit. Tim himself is a great ambassador for the brand, great representative. This guitar is awesome. So a couple things to point out why. First is this Tree of Death inlay. That's kind of Tim's little thing. It is a solid Sitka spruce top, Sapelli back and sides. It has a Fishman Sonicor pickup, Ibanez custom electronics on the side. But you'll note how thin this thing is. It is 50 millimeters from the upper bout to the lower bout. The sound porthole on the side. Awesome guitar for that flamenco style, but also if you're familiar, I mean, who isn't familiar with Tim at this point? Watching him play, this is just an amazing guitar, an amazing sound. There's so much you can do with it. Unlike a traditional nylon string guitar with a flat fretboard or flat radius, this one's actually radiused, so it's a little more comfortable for your regular electric guitar player. And then also just something that makes this instrument pop even more is this little binding, very nice abalone binding around the sides of the guitar. So this is the one everybody's talking about. Probably with the exception of the PIA, this is the other one everybody wants to look at. If you're not a fan of the Tree of Death inlay, and you're not really, the signature artist series type things, we have a production line version of this now, and this is the FRH 10N. So it's almost the exact same guitar as Tim. It features that 50 millimeter thin body. You have the port sound hole. Really the only difference is the electronics on this, where Tim has the EQ band on here. This one actually has just the Ibanez custom electronics on it. It's really the only main difference, that and the Tree of Death inlay versus the plain dot inlay. If you're not into the real, that catchy, the Tree of Death inlay, this is more of a subtle way of playing the same guitar. Wonderful instrument again. Been a huge success as well. So now we're going over to the Tama side, talk about a few things we have here this year. This Imperial Star kit, well, it's back. Everybody loved the blacked out black. Well, we brought it back again for a limited run. You'll notice first and foremost the wonderful kind of matte black finish really accentuates this model with the black nickel hardware. The Imperial Stars are wonderful as well because they come ready to play. Everything that you see here, with the exception of the mic stands, are included in the kit. The Meinl cymbals, the hardware, the drums themselves. So this kit comes out of the box ready to go. You don't have to worry about getting hardware packs or anything else. Great for kind kind of your intermediate player, even beginner players as well, but certainly a wonderful kit that a professional could play as well. Up next is our new Superstar Classic finish. We have this Ice Ash wrap. One of my favorite features of this one actually is not so much even the finish of the drum kit, but the actual kit itself. This three-piece comes in one box, which is a big hit for a lot of the people. As everybody knows, shipping and everything's been a little tough on the industry and in the world. So this particular three-piece kit comes with a 22x14 bass drum, 12x8 tom, 16x16 floor tom, and is all in one box. We have a new finish as well, besides the black ice wrap, or the ice ash wrap, is we have this natural ebony tiger wrap. This is just a little drum. We didn't bring the whole kit with us, but you can see, wonderful finish. Again, very, very nice drum kit. Intermediate, advanced players, for sure. We're gonna take a step over here. This is our esprit de corps of the line, Tama Star Babinga. These drums are functional pieces of artwork, I like to think about them as. Finishes all hand done, handmade in Japan by our drum guys over there in our drum factory. This, I mean, there's really, just look at the thing, it's beautiful. It's a fantastic kit, like I said, all handmade. This is the new pewter blue Australian Henson finish. You can also see we have a new antique wood Japanese chestnut finish in this kit. But again, the Star line is probably the highest build of drums that we have in Tama. We'll come down a little further, talk about this new Star Classic Performer finish, Crimson Red Waterfall. Star Classic Performers have been really successful for us, really kind of a beautiful finish on them. This particular one has a 7mm 5-ply birch and a 2 inner-ply maple on the bass drum, and a 6mm 4-ply birch and 2 inner-ply maple. The finish itself is really unique. I recommend taking a look at on our YouTube, on Tama's YouTube, because you can see how they do these finishes. They put it on they spray it all red, and then they put it on this thing that spins, a spindle, I don't know, it's probably a fancy term for it, and they spray a lacquer on it and let it drip. So that's how that drip kind of happens. We have that kit along with matching snare drums in the Crimson Red Waterfall. And also new in the Star Classic Maple line is this finish, the Red Oyster. The Oyster finishes are some of our most successful finishes. Everybody tends to really enjoy them. A couple different variations, but the Red Oyster is the new one. And I'd like to wrap up with Tama with our brand new series of Tama drum kit, the Stage Star kit. Wonderful kit for beginner, intermediate player. As again with the Imperial Star, like the Imperial Star, the Stage Star comes with everything you see on this stage. Comes with the cymbals, comes with the hardware, comes with the throne. The actual kit itself has this really, what's kind of unique about this for being kind of a beginner kit is you have these Tama ball tom mounts, so it actually allows you to swivel more. So we're really proud of that high quality mount on there. The drum itself is a 7mm 6-ply poplar shell. Comes in this finish, which is candy red sparkle, but there's also a finish that there's like a lime green sparkle, and there's a couple other ones, and if you go to our website you can check out all of them. But again, what you see on this stage right here is what you get for this drum kit. You get all of the hardware, comes ready, out of the box, ready to play.
Woo! Thank you so much, Ryan.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Obviously, check out Ibanez. You can check out Ibanez on beesmusicshop.com. You can check everything out on their website. We're hoping to get a couple of these sweet pieces within the next year or so. Thank you so much for taking us through everything.
No problem at all. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to Bees Music for coming out here today and walking around with me and listening to me ramble on about all the new product that I'm excited about.
Yeah.